YouTube, I have just gotten some news and, well, technically evidence that says that Ram will no longer be offering the 6.7 liter turbo diesel Cummins engine with a G-56 6-speed manual transmission. They're keeping the 6.7 liter turbo diesel Cummins motor, but no longer will they be offering it. In my opinion, with what I just saw, in my opinion, I believe that 2018 is the final year of manual transmissions in a pickup truck. So let me show you this article. It's published today, or yesterday, or today, 2 hours ago. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the new 2019 Ram Heavy Duty Pickup is a Monterius truck. Blah blah blah. It looks pretty badass. When I first saw it, I thought it looked like a Chevy. I see a lot of Chevy in it. I do love the headlights. I do love how there's a lot of fog lights from the factory. Look at the grill. A lot more air is going to be going into that Cummins. Now, that Cummins engine, she's going to need a lot of air going in, and she's going to need a lot of room to get that air out, because she's packing a very, very special gift for all of us. You ready to find out? Here it is. The pickup wars have gone nuclear. The all-new Ram heavy-duty truck reviewed unveiled at the Detroit Auto Show is available with a Cummins diesel engine that's rated at a record-setting whopping 1,000 pound-feet of torque. With it, the Ram 3500 can tow up to 35,100 pounds, which is a half-ton more than any competitor. For now, the 6.7 liter inline 6-cylinder turbo diesel puts out 400 horsepower and comes with a 6-speed automatic transmission. Okay, come on, you could have told us which one it is. It's also offered in a slightly milder, a slightly slower, slightly more reliable old man style version with 370 horsepower and 850 foot-pounds of torque in both the 2500 and 3500 trucks. Now, my question is, right now you can get a brand new Cummins with a G-56, but it makes 350 horsepower and like 650 foot-pounds of torque. So, if they are keeping the G-56 and the only 2 horsepower ratings you get is 400 and 370, then that would mean Mercedes re-engineered the G-56, or they got rid of the G-56 and they're going to be introducing a new 6-speed, potentially 7-speed, or even a 13-speed transmission, which would be fucking sick, dude. But no. This article doesn't clearly state that the manual transmission era is over, but I have hope, because, and I said I believe that, you know, there's going to be no more G56, but 350 to 370, that's only 20 more horsepower. And yes, 650 to 850, that is 200 more foot-pounds of torque. Now let's go over here. This may be the last time we'll be able to configure, you know, the G56. But I'm going to go ahead and do a 3500 for us. And we're going to compare the horsepower and torque figures because I want exact numbers. And if my mic is popping, I'm sorry. I don't know what's my headset's deal the last couple weeks. Do crew cab, 8-inch or 8-foot box. I'll go do single wheels, engine 6.7, transmission. Now they rearrange these transmissions. Normally the G-56 is to the far left, but there we go. Go ahead and do a bighorn because my grandma has one, and I just prefer the looks of the bighorn package. It's simple, it's bolder, and it says, "I want a fucking tow, motherfucker." Alright. The 6.7 liter turbo diesel Cummins engine delivers 385 horsepower and 930 lib-feet of torque when paired with the Aisin 6-speed automatic transmission. 370 horsepower and 800 lib torque paired with the 6-speed auto 68 RFE. Now, if this was saying it gets 370 with 850 pound-feet of torque, then they must have re-engineered the 68 RFE from the factory. And when I say re-engineer, I mean, you know, they mildly built it up to withstand that power. Now, the 6.7 liter turbo diesel Cummins engine makes a whopping 350 horsepower and 660 lib-feet of torque. Okay, so 350, then add 310. Alright? So the new one gets 370 and 850, which means that's what, 240, I think, or 250. Hold on. So 370, right? And we get 350. So 350 to 370. That's 20 more horsepower. Holy fuck, is she gonna be faster? Just right there. I think with that much horsepower, she will be able to beat. She might be neck to neck with a new Ford, you know, or an old 2018 Ford pickup stock. Okay, now 850. 660 to 850. So that's 200 horsepower. Or 200 foot-pounds of torque. Fuck the lib-feet of torque. That's confusing. So 660 to 850. So 40 and 100. No, it's 190. Really? 660 to 700 is 40. Then 7 to 8 is 1. Which means 50 plus 40 is 90. Which means 190. Okay. So you get 20 more horsepower and 190 foot-pounds of torque if they're going to remain building and selling a G-56 with the 2500s and up. Now, one issue is, not with that truck, but with the 4500 or 3500 chassis cabs to 5500, you get a baby down version of the Cummins engine. Now keep in mind, this engine, the 6.7 Cummins, it can make the full power that the 3500 can make. It's just a simple of a different tune. Now, is your transmission gonna hold it? If you don't have an Aisin transmission, if you cheaped out and got the 68 RFE transmission or the G56, it's up to you. Now, the G56 can withstand that power because, okay, well, not the factory one, but if you go to ATS I think it's ATS. And you send it in to get rebuilt. Yes, the transmission will be able to withhold 650 horsepower and like 1300 foot-pounds of torque. So the G-56 with a torque shield can handle, the 930 something foot-pounds of torque and the 385 horsepower, I think, is the max you can get. Now, with this, on the chassis cabs, you can only get the Cummins up to 325 horsepower and up to 750 foot-pounds of torque. Now, the G56 does not get 325 and 750 foot-pound of torque. It gets 320 horsepower and 650 or 660 foot-pound of torque. So, you lose 25 horsepower and you get to keep the same foot-pounds of torque. What the fuck is 25 horsepower gonna do? Honestly. Now, I know why Cummins does it, or Ram does this. Because when you get a cab and chassis truck, you don't care about acceleration and deceleration. You care about it being reliable for day in and day out with your workload. Now, honestly, 25 horsepower, what the fuck difference is that gonna make? Honestly. Like, it's stupid in my opinion. That's like chicken feed money, If you owed the government $1,000, but you only pay them $990, and you owe them $10, like, it's chicken feed money. Like, what difference is it gonna fucking do? I paid you 99.7% of the money, just help me out, Anyways, keeping it simple. 25 horsepower, it's nothing. I don't see what 25 horsepower is going to ruin reliability. I'm sorry. If you're going to subtract 25 horsepower from a Cummins motor that is beyond reliable, that can beyond make that much horsepower from factory, that you can get it with 385 horsepower, you're going to subtract 25 horsepower, that just shows that you, Ram, are just... you're falling behind. Your products, apparently, you are worried about reliability. The Cummins motor will outlast the fucking truck. Hands fucking down. I'm sorry, it just shows me that you don't believe in your product. If you're going to subtract 25 horsepower, I'm sorry, like I said, it shows me that you don't have, you don't believe in your pickup trucks. So it's stupid, to be honest with you. Now Ford and Chevy does the same thing, or the cab and chassis pickups. They deduct the power and torque, and that's because apparently you're not wanting acceleration and deceleration. You're wanting reliability. Bunch of bullshit, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not gonna get into it, alright? So, that's my take on this. So, if no further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and build a Ram 5500 chassis one last time live, because, well, I'm afraid this will be the last time I'll be able to configure a G56. Now, they might leave it up for the next year, until 2018s are gone. But it's not. See, G56 is on the left, but it's not for certainty. It would be nice to get a 4-door with a 120-inch wheelbase from the factory, but no. Alright, see, with the Cummins motor and the G56, you get 320 horsepower, which means you get 650 to 660 foot-pounds of torque. Lib-pound of torque. I've done this thousands of times because this is my dream truck, guys. I've been dreaming of this truck for the last decade, honestly. Ever since my grandma got her 08, I saw that gear shifter in the fucking middle console, and I was hearing that turbo diesel Cummins motor roar. Ugh. I'm laying down my back, alright, so I can't do it. Anyways, I just knew that I wanted it. That's my dream truck. That's what I want in life. And for Ram, if they discontinue the G-56 from the factory, I'm gonna be sad, you know, because I'm 19, I have no job, I make no money, I'm on SSI, I have health problems I'm taking care of, and I can't afford a truck. Not even by the end of this year. Not even by the end of 2020, unless I get my shit together, my YouTube channel kicks off, or I, finally get a job, keep the job, and do whatever else I want, and I make it in life within the next 2 years. Otherwise, I can kiss a brand new truck with a brand new G56 transmission goodbye. I would have to get a 2020 pickup or 2021 pickup, and I'd have to do the do the conversion to the G56 with the torque shield from ATS. Anyways, I normally I don't configure the aluminum polished wheels because I'd much rather put that money to true beadlock wheels, and whatnot. But this is gonna be the last time. This is for the record books. This is for my memories, $250 tells me I might get better traction. I don't know what all position front and rear tires mean, or all traction tires. Like, who the fuck calls tires all traction? Now, I can assume that the all position front and rear tires means that every single fucking wheel can be paired up from left and right to inner and outer to front and rear. That's what I think it means. But what the fuck would I know? I'm just 19, turning 20, and I don't know jack shit. So, now, I don't think this gives you the camera. No, it doesn't. Now, here's what my dream truck would be, alright? If I had the cash, the credit, and everything else to be able to get this truck that I'm building right now, right? I would have it. Oh, fuck me, I got the tradesman. I picked the trade. It's not gonna be a tradesman. Son of a bitch. Only the SOT. You see, the fucking tradesman doesn't get the 115 volt power outlet to the right of the gear shifter, but the SOT does. Man, I gotta start all over again. You know what? It's either go big or go home, or go big or go home. One or the other. See, but I don't need a Laramie because with the SOT, I don't want to spend $5,000 more on chrome, better chrome wheels, and chrome mirrors. I'd much rather spend that $5,000 on a Cheetah turbo with an exhaust brake, new aftermarket exhaust brake, or it might be a factory unit from Cummins, and some injectors and cold air intake, banks, air ram, the fuel rail, the one that's unrestricted, the best one out there in the whole wide world for now. I'd much rather put that money towards upgrades for the engine. So I go with SOT because I just found out last week that the SOT with a certain package gives you the 115 volt outlet. And I'll show you which one I'm talking about. Okay, packages. The heated seats and or the luxury group both gives you the 115 outlet. But before I pair it up, let me show you my proof. See? No 115 volt outlet. Alright? Now, Yeah, that's what I thought. It is the seats. What? No? I know it's one of them. But you have to... I don't want the Uconnect. I want the... I don't like the Uconnect. I really don't. All I know, after I applied both of these, I get the 115 outlet like we did right there. See? See that? To the right of the shifter, 115 volt outlet. Now, I'm a basic guy, to be honest with you guys. I prefer a manual gear shifter, right? Let me screenshot this for you. Let me show you what I'm talking about, just in case you don't know what I'm talking about. Alright. You see this? That's a manual gear shifter. That means the vehicle, if you want to go 80 miles per hour, you can't go 80, or the vehicle will not go 80 miles per hour. Your preference, you can start out in first gear, which people get a lot of hate, YouTubers get a lot of hate if they start in first gear. Oh my god, it's hurting the transmission. Oh my god, you're starting in first fucking gear. Bitch, fuck you. An automatic transmission starts in first gear, so what's fucking wrong with starting a G-56 in first gear? Oh wait, that's right. The first gear in the G-56 is a true granny gear, which means your top speed is only 15 miles per hour redlining. With the manual transmissions from the factory, you can redline your Cummins diesel engine at 3579 RPMs, 3,749 RPMs, or 59 RPMs. Now, with an automatic transmission, you redline at 2,900 or 3,100 RPMs. Anyways, a lot of people get a hate from starting in first gear. I personally start in first gear because I figured, I was taught growing up that when you have a clutch vehicle, you treat the clutch as if it's an on-off switch, which means it's either fully engage or fully disengage. Tell me I'm still live streaming, please. Okay, thank God. I don't know why I didn't catch that. Oh. Whatever. Anyways. So, I don't like to be, in the middle. I don't like that. That's how you burn out a clutch. That's how your 100,000 mile clutch only lasts for 7,000 miles. Or 50,000. 80,000. Whatever. Cut it in half. Whatever your preference is. Now, when I'm in a busy intersection, or it's a bad intersection, a lot of wrecks happen because of blind spots or people drive too fast, I'll start in second gear. You wanna know why? Because the first to second gear takes forever, especially if the truck is cold and not warmed up. There's something called gear over, and I'm not gonna explain it. It just, because you're in first gear and your top speed is only 15 miles per hour, then that's redlining the piss out of the motor. So technically, your top speed is like 5 to 10 miles per hour, because you're going to be shifting at like 15 to 2,500 RPMs. On a cold diesel, I don't go over 2,000 RPMs, personally. Now, I know people that don't go over 1,500 RPMs until the diesels fully warm up, but honestly, that's ridiculous. 2,000 is okay with a light load, without towing a trailer. Now, diesels, say it's 80 degrees outside, you just started up your diesel, it's going to take it about 25 minutes to be not fully warm up, but it's going to be warm up where the needle is going to be in the middle between the middle, if that makes sense. Like halfway to operating temperature. Now, if it's 30 degrees and your vehicle doesn't automatically adjust the idle from 800 RPMs to 1100 RPMs, or you don't know that you can turn on your exhaust brake on the first startup of your diesel 6.7 liter turbo diesel Cummins motor, the exhaust brake actually helps warm up the vehicle a lot faster. Now, a lot of people say, "Oh, that's bad on your motor. That's bad on your it's bad for the heads, your valves, the pistons. You know, there's no oil pressure. The oil, it's not warm up. It's bad. Yada yada yada." Yes and no. Me, I personally, when I'm driving my grandma's truck, I start it up. I let it idle for like 3-5 minutes, and then I go out, I click the exhaust button, and then I turn it up. By then, the oil is warmed up just a little bit. There's oil pressure, and oh my god, it's warmed up just a little bit. You know, especially if it's in 30 degrees. I'm not gonna start up the fucking truck and automatically turn on the exhaust brake. Now, your majority Cummins people, fanboys, you know, wannabe people, they automatically turn on the exhaust brake. It's just your preference. You know, as a mechanic, you know, you think of scarring up the cylinder walls. You know, you got a cold motor, you got cold engine oil that's super thick, depending on your weight of oil, which hopefully you're doing what the manufacturer says. God forbid. You know, you're putting a load on the whole engine. That's how I think of it. You know, if you're not towing or you're not moving, you know, if you're sitting at a stall or a sit still, you're not moving, you have the vehicle in neutral, and then you turn on the exhaust brake, I think of it as a load. Which is why I let the motor warm up for like 2 to 3, 5 minutes. So it's just it's just your preference. You know, everyone's different. Anyways, back to the intersection. You know, if it's a busy one or there's a lot of blind spots, I do start out in second gear. And for the majority part, when I'm driving with my grandma, because it is her truck, I'm forced to start in second gear because she doesn't like the jerkiness. Now, I'm not saying my grandma's a pussy, she's a bitch, yeah. I'm not saying that. If that lady, let me tell you, if you make her mad or angry, or you're having an argument, or she's having a bad day, or when she feels like to get rowdy, she will fucking start it in first gear. She will dump the fucking clutch at idle. She will floor the piss out of it, go to red line, hard shift to second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, depending on what the speed limit is. What I'm saying is, if she's in the mood, she will throw your neck to the back of the fucking seat. Now, everyday cruising, you got the dogs in the truck. You got Buddy, which is our famous dog. He's famous worldwide. He's a local celebrity where my grandma lives. He's precious. He's worth a lot of money. You know, he's sitting on the middle arm rest, you know, up with the driver and passenger. You know, you're going to make him fall down. He's old. You know, he's a lot of money. So that's why we don't start in first gear, because it's torquey as hell. So when you're on an uphill, 6% grade, 3%, whatever, you know, it's okay to use first gear because it's super fucking torquey. You're not going to stall. You know, it's going to save you embarrassment. And you're not going to be riding the clutch as if you were in second gear. So, anyways, like I said, it's your preference. So that's a manual gear shifter. It has reverse. You pull it towards you, and then or I don't know. Anyways, you got reverse. Then you go up to the right, then up. That's one. Go down one. That's neutral. Go down another. That's second. Go up. Go to the right a little. That's neutral again. Then there's third. Go down, fourth. Go up, right, up. That's fifth gear. Down, down. That's sixth gear. Fifth and sixth. And then sixth, fifth, fourth, third, second, first. Reverse. It's super easy. That is what a manual transmission is. It allows you to manually control the gears for whatever your needs. Okay, now since we've gone over that, sorry for, you know, taking my sweet ass time. You see this right here? I know you can't see the lettering but there's two-wheel drive, there's neutral, there's 4 high, and then there's 4 low. That's a manual gear shifter for your 4x4 system. It is a part-time 4x4 because you're mainly going to be in a two-wheel drive. Now, if you don't want that manual gear shifter, if I can erase that, in this tubby area, it's called an electronically controlled 4x4 system. Now, some Rams will have an auto 4x4. There's clutch packs in the transfer case, which means underneath 10 miles per hour while the vehicle is moving, and if you have a manual or automatic transmission, it has to be in neutral, and under 10 miles per hour, you can put the vehicle from 4x4 auto from two-wheel drive, or from two-wheel drive you can put it in 4x4 auto, you can put it in 4x4 high and low while you're moving. Now, you try and do that with this, you're gonna fucking blow your transfer case because there's no clutch packs. Some people do it at like a mile or two. That's really not gonna harm it, but you really need to go to a stop and then engage the 4x4 system because this is old. This is old fashioned. This is like a 1990 Jeep Wrangler. This is what we've always had ever since 4x4 was available in pickup trucks. So that is completely manual. It is completely connected with the transfer case, and you do that while you're moving, you're gonna hear some gears grinding, and it's not gonna sound nice, nor is it gonna feel nice. So I'm a classic person. Okay, I'm old-fashioned. I like a manual gear shifter. I like a manual 4x4. I like outlets everywhere that is possible, and I don't like a big screen. I like, if I can erase this, come on. I like to have a mini screen. I don't need the big bells and whistles for a fucking, big screen. It's a distraction. I much rather have physical buttons down here for my seat warmers. I don't want to rely on the touchscreen to turn on my seat warmers. I'm old-fashioned. I like everything to be manual. I'm tired of all this electronic bullshit. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not against technology. Technology is amazing, it's advanced, it's wonderful, but people use it for good and bad, and people use it for laziness. I'm not lazy, okay? If I want my seat warmers on, I want to press a physical button to turn on my seat warmers, which would usually technically be right there in those spots. Here. Anyways, as I've been trying to say the last half hour, I'm old-fashioned, I'm basic, and again, I prefer manual transmissions, manual 4x4, outlets all over the fucking place, and a mini screen. So, apparently saving that photo interrupted my live stream. Wow. Anyways, now we can move on to the luxury group, which gives you that shit in that picture. Heavy duty front suspension group. I don't know what the fuck is so heavy duty. I'm interested to see what it looks like on the new frames that they apparently re-engineered and built up from the ground up. Oh wait, I just ruined that for you. Anyways, I get the frost white or bright white, doesn't matter. I don't normally get the fancy wheels, but they look nice, they're okay. Now we have a rear sliding window, but unfortunately it's not going to let me equip a rear window defroster, which is bullshit. But fuck you, Ram. Hopefully you fix it in the new generation, 5th gens. Okay, interior. Let's see. I do like the gray color. It's beautiful, but I like the canyon brown. I love it. Now, I much rather have the Uconnect 3 with 5-inch display. I'm okay with a touchscreen, okay? I have nothing against the touchscreen. But I don't want a big ass touchscreen. I just want a super small touchscreen, okay? But not possible with the shit I want. And forget what I said about not being able to have a rear window defroster. Anyways, moving on. Security alarm, backup camera, front and rear park assist system. Now, I'm actually old-fashioned. Again, I don't need a backup camera because I'm an excellent backup driver. I am amazing, okay? And I don't have much towing experience, but I can back a fucking truck in a parking spot, no fucking problem. I don't need a backup camera. But the lifestyle I want, I'm going to be towing day in, day out. And it would really be nice to have front and rear park assist or parking sensors. That way I avoid super small fucking inconveniences of denting someone's car because I barely tapped them. Barely tapped the car. You know, I bumper card them. So it would be nice to have a camera and sensors. Integrated trailer brake control is a must for me. I'd love to have a remote start system, but as everyone knows, it's not possible with manual transmissions. And unfortunately, I can't equip the red driver seatbelt. Oh, that sucks. Okay, got my dream truck. Normally, it's actually more pricey than usual because, again, I don't get those big fancy wheels. But this is her. This is what my dream truck is. Now, you're asking me, why a cabin chassis? Cabin chassis is a coil, or is a leaf spring rear suspension setup. It's not going to ride nice. There's really not much lift kits for it. It's true. I can't just go to BDS and say, hey, I want a 7 or 9 inch lift kit, you know, with 2.0 Fox shocks and whatever. But there are some lift kits, 11 kits. Well, it's already leveled. There are some lift kits. Not a big deal. I don't care. Anyways, I want this because my lifestyle, I'm not gonna go into detail, but I practically want my truck where I'm gonna use it. It's gonna be towing a fifth wheel. Okay, I'm gonna lift it. I'm gonna put bigger tires on there. I'm gonna get rid of that exhaust and put. You know what? I can't tell you all the details I'm gonna do to my dream truck. The thing is, okay, the back of the bed with the Jeep. That's not. Let me. Oh my god. Oh dear God, help me. Anyways, the G-56 transmission. All right, it's not bulletproof. All right, even a built one for torque shield. There's only so much it can tow when it comes to GVW and GVRW or GVWR, whatever. So gross vehicle weight. Now, this is 19,500 pounds. Now keep in mind, this truck weighs, I don't even know how much it weighs. I'd love to say 7,500 pounds, but the motor itself weighs like 1,600 pounds. So I doubt it. Anyways, you can have a total of 19,500 pounds in this truck, in the back of the truck, on the back of the truck, underneath the truck, on the side of the truck, top of the truck, the front and the rear, doesn't matter. 19,500 pounds is what this frame will allow you to put on it. That's what the suspension is rated, the wheels and tires and the brakes. Now that's not your towing. You can still tow 17,000 and like 100 something pounds in this configuration, which is a lot. 20,000 plus 17,000, 37,000. Wow. Anyways, the G-56 transmission will be, it's not going to last me forever. I'm probably going to go through one each year, which is okay. Not a big deal. By then, I'm going to have the money to be able to replace them. But I'm not going to keep the factory one in. I'm going to send it out and get built, just like everyone else does with any transmission. My lifestyle is, I want a truck like this that I can go off-roading, I can go on top of a mountain, I can go to Hell's Gate, I can go to Moab, I can try the Jeep Wrangler trail, I can go on a lot of trails that this truck can fit through. Okay? Now my axles, they're going to have true lockers, true center diff lock, true everything, beadlock wheels, it's going to be lifted, wider tires, yada 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 yada. Okay, engine is going to be making about, my goal is 550 to 600, because again, with the G56 transmission, I'm going to be towing every single pound that transmission will be from the factory can hold, which means I don't want to be pushing the power levels that it is rated at for reliability, because I'm going to be towing everything, which means I don't want to be maxing out the power. So a lot of people, they go to 650 horsepower and they don't go for more than 12 to 1300 foot-pounds of torque. If you have a 100 horsepower diesel, in theory, you have a 200 pound-feet torque diesel motor, foot-pounds of torque. So if your diesel engine makes 500 horsepower, then in theory, it makes 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. Now, what's interesting for me is that this new Cummins diesel that's coming out, it makes 400 horsepower, not to the wheel, at the crank, and it makes a whopping 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. Now, 4 times 2 is only 800. So, does it make 450 horsepower at the crank? Perhaps? I don't know. Now again, this is at the crank, this is not at the wheels. At the wheels, you're probably looking at 330 to 350 horsepower, if that, maybe a little bit lower. And you're only looking at probably, I would say, 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. Where you're supposed to subtract 36%, right? So then you lose, what, 360 horsepower? No. I think the foot-pounds of torque at the wheel, it's going to be 880 to 910 foot-pounds of torque at the wheel, which is crazy. If you're driving through city or on the highway on a rainy day with the dually, and you step on it through the turn or on the on-ramp, you're going to be peeling those wheels off until 3rd gear easily. That's a lot of power. So I'm surprised they aren't going to a 7 or 8 speed or a 13 speed automatic transmission. Because semi-trucks, they come with an 8 speed automatic or a 10 speed automatic. And of course you can get 13 speed, 18 speed, 21 speed manual transmission in a semi-truck, but that's different. Bigger transmission, which means there's more room for more gears, and yeah. I prefer to have a 13 speed Eaton transmission, to be honest with you. Now, it is possible on the 5.9 Cummins to have an Eaton manual transmission, but I'm not a fan of the 5.9. I'm a fan of the 6.7. Now, if I could have an Eaton 13, 18 speed, 14 speed, whatever transmission, manual transmission, I'm sure if I wanted to make 2,000 horsepower and 4,000 foot-pounds of torque, if I really wanted to, I'm sure it'd hold up. But in reality, I'd probably go for like 1,300, 1,500 horsepower and like 2 to 3,000 foot-pounds of torque. You know, I'd build my engine up to the max. You know, with my money. Anyways, back to the article. It just goes on and on about the interior, which looks badass. Just that center console, it looks like a Autobot's face. I don't know who, but it looks pretty mean. Now I can tell you, I do like that gear shifter. That old-fashioned automatic gear shifter. That's beautiful. I'm glad they're bringing that back. I'm assuming this is where your trailer or your trailer brake is, and if you have lockers, I'm sure they're gonna be right there. Yeah, it looks badass. It honestly does. I can't wait. I've already seen that. So this is what the article said, and go ahead and copy this. Son of a bitch, Apple, come on. This is the full HTTPS right here. Anyways. And like I said, if I had the money, I'd buy this right now. The last 4th gen with the last G-56 transmission, and from the factory, 444 axle ratio gears. Holy fucking shit, is that thing gonna be so fucking torquey and 4-wheel drive low. Oh my god. I bet you can start out in 6th gear with absolutely zero problem. I bet your 6th gear and 4x4 low is gonna be your 1st gear in 4-wheel drive high. Or even your 2nd. Hell, I didn't even go for your 3rd. Oh shit. But apparently with these big ass trucks and these diesel motors, apparently there's a gear called 456 that's very common, and I think with the 456 it's still a 9-inch or 9.1 or 9.3 inch axle diameter that you can get a full locker, true, you know, real Eaton locker or something, whatever. I don't know. I'm still learning that stuff. But I figure with the 444, I can really rock crawl. Absolutely no problem. I'd be able to tow 17,000 pounds. You know, and I can have a gas tank or water tank in the back of the bed. You know, maybe a flatbed trailer or flatbed bed, you know, for the truck with a 5th wheel all set up and all that cool stuff. If you guys want a video of my dream truck build that I have going on, let me just say this. Imagine a 1967-69 Dodge D200, 220, whatever power wagon, 4-door, 9-foot bed on top of this chassis. Just imagine what that would look like. Now that's all I'm gonna say. Might have more doors, might have less doors. Maybe a dually, maybe single. Who knows? Like I said, if you want a video and the details of my dream truck, I can record myself with my eyes shut, telling you everything I will do, from nuts to bolts to turf skis, transmission to I really want to tell you the main parts. I do. Okay. Imagine that body on this chassis with 6 doors and an extra axle in the rear. So 6-door, 6x6 with 6-wheel steer. And if that's not possible, 4-wheel steer. That would be kicker, dude. That would be balsam. That would be amazing. That's what I want. Okay, I've said too much. Secret's out. You caught me. I'm dead. Thanks for watching, guys. I know absolutely zero human on earth is going to watch this video until, if I make it in life and grow my YouTube channel, you know, random people will see these videos. But I'm glad I got this out there because this is for me. This is my memory, for my memories, because I'm hoping and praying that one day, you know, I hope for 10,000 subscribers. That's what I hope for. And as much as it would be nice to have 600, 7,000 subscribers, get it because it's 6-7 Cummins, and to make all that money from YouTube, I don't really want to have that much subscribers because I want to respond to every single comment on my videos. So I think it'd be manageable with 10,000 subscribers, you know. So if I can help all you gearheads out there, Cummins fanboys and G-56 fanboys and lovers out there, you know, share a few of my experience, my off-roading adventures, and day-to-day driving POV blogs and reviews and fixing and upgrading, tearing apart, restoring, whatever, I'd be happy with that, you know. So 2018 Ram pickups. If you are the last year with the G-56 transmission, may God let you rest in peace. Dear 2019 Ram pickups, if the G-56 is available in the 5th gen pickup, and for 2020 and 2021, God has truly blessed me with the opportunity to get my life together in order to buy one brand new 6.7 Cummins G56 transmission 4x4, yada yada yada. If not, that's okay. Wow, that's a big difference. Wow. That is a major difference. Dear goodness. We shall see when I wake up later today, because eventually this timer, this clock down, will be at 0. 5 hours, 56 minutes, and 37 seconds. That is how long I have to wait until I can configure a 2019 Ram 3500. Speaking of which, for the vlog, this is truly the last configuration that I'll do live, because I'm still going to do it for as long as I can. Actually, let me show you what the max... Oh, no, it doesn't do it. Never mind. I was going to show you what 4x2 short bed, short wheelbase can tow with the G56, but it doesn't matter. For my dream truck build, I'd get the mega cab, but in reality, I'll just get the crew cab, 8 feet box. Fuck it, why not? Oh, I'm gonna miss that right there. I'm gonna screenshot that for the record book. Oh, fuck me, did I just... Oh, Laramie. Huh, funny. We'll just... No, I want basic. I'll go SLT. Like I said, I don't want all the chrome looks and whatnot. You can only go up to a 373 for the normal pickup truck with coil springs all the way around. I won't ever get the factory 5th wheel hitches because BMW is the best, nor will I pay for the factory rear level air ride suspension, because I'm gonna have a true, real semi air ride suspension set up. Fuck it, why not? Never mind. I also don't know why the cab and chassis trucks don't get a center high mount stop lamp with cargo view camera. I don't understand. But whatever, dude. Hopefully they'll fix it for the 5th gens. Canyon brown, darker brown color, same fucking thing. I'm not gonna waste my money on Alpine or the factory sound units, because I got my own sound system ready, all picked out, you know. Alright. Here's what she looks like. I hope I did it correctly. I think I did. We'll see. Damn, does she look sexy. For a second I thought my mic was on the off position. Oh my god, dude, I would have been so pissed. Oh, I would have been heartbroken. Because I'm tired, I'm exhausted. And I really don't want to re-say all that. Because that was... Oh, damn, I don't get the 115 power outlet. And apparently it's the automatic fucking shifter. Son of a bitch. I don't like all that fucking tech nonsense. Oh, that's right, yeah. So the 3500s, to get the 115 watt outlet, you have to go to the Laramie. The Laramie boy package. See, you get that 115 outlet for 30,000 fucking dollars more. Figures. But the Laramie, never mind. You still do get the 6-speed. Interesting. Oh, it's limited. Limited, you don't get the 6-speed. Fine, we'll just do that this way then. Convenience group. If I have a Laramie, why do I need to spend $400 more on automatic high beam headlamps, and rain sensitive windshield wipers? Shouldn't that already be included? That's fucking stupid, dude. That's the color I want, the bright white clear coat. Oh, baby. I'm so tired, dude. I'm actually tired of doing this. I'm tired of just laying down or sitting down and fucking doing this, you know? I just want to be working or doing YouTube or doing whatever the fuck it is that I need to be doing in order to get my dream truck, you know? Canyon brown, same fucking color, don't fucking care. I actually do like that one though, to be honest with you. I think that one's the best. I don't know, I like them all, to be honest with you. Just rewatch the videos and you'll see what I'm talking about. Alrighty. Let's see what she looks like. That is one fucking sexy 4th gen, dude. Oh my god. Beautiful truck, dude. Beautiful truck. Alright, 115 outlet, manual transmission, automatic, gear shifter, electronically controlled, whatever. Keyless entry. Still beautiful, in my opinion. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Can't wait to configure a new one. With all that being said, I'm going to bed, and thanks for watching. Night night.